return to self, reminder that I'm not out of the clear. I'm Rob Barber for Punktastic at Reading Festival 2016, and I'm so stoked to be joined by Beach Slang. Guys, thank you so much for joining us.
Oh man, thanks for wanting to talk to us. Yeah.
So you guys have just done your set on the Lockup stage, right? How did that go?
Life-affirmingly.
Yeah, life-affirmingly, man. It was it was really incredible. You know, it's been that thing we sort of dreamed of since we picked up guitars, right, as kids, and it was like, now here we are at Reading. It's just like sort of floated through the whole thing, you know what I mean? And it was like I needed to see photographs afterwards to like sort of like, oh yeah, that really happened, you know? Yeah, it was great, man.
So festivals are always an interesting one, I think, because you get so many people who wouldn't necessarily check out an act if they were playing in their town, but it's like, okay, cool, I'll go and see them. So how do you feel about the kind of artist-audience relationship in music festivals? It's quite different, isn't it, I guess, to doing your own headline shows?
It is for sure, man, because like 90% of this tour has been festival, and then when we do the club dates, they're just these like raucous, crazy like house parties, right? And then when we do festivals, it's like we have that really cool opportunity of like sort of shoving ourselves into other people's ears that they, you know, and it's been great, right? It's like, yeah, it's a little more controlled, and it's a little more, there's a little more listenership as opposed to just like getting drunk and sort of getting reckless, you know, but there's something cool about that. Yeah,
Today was special too because there was a bunch of familiar faces in the crowd, people we've met at other shows in other countries even, so it was really, really special.
Yeah, that's what's cool about Reading, right? It's like you're sort of bopping in from like all over Europe, right? And it was like, so yeah, we got to see a whole bunch of friends that we only get to see every once in a while on tour, you know, so it was cool.
Kind of like a nice little summer reunion.
That's what it is. It's kind of like, at least over by Lockup, it felt like a little punk rock summer camp, you know, it was great. Yeah.
So you guys have a new record coming out September, A Loud Bash of Teenage Feelings. We got that right? God, right. How do you feel about that, and what are you anticipating the reaction to be?
Well, yeah, we're wildly stoked about it, right? It's this. It's been less than a year since our last record. Rock and roll deserves better than going stale, you know. So we're gonna do our best to not let it do that. We're gonna work. I mean, we're touring up until December. So it's like we're gonna go out and we'll work the record. We're gonna hope people care about it. We're gonna hope we didn't let people down that this band connects with, and then we're gonna play our guts out, you know, every night, you know, until people don't want us anymore.
So is it important to you to defy expectations, or is it are you more focused on trying to make sure that people are gonna get what they want, if you know what I mean, from the new album? Where do you kind of sit on that spectrum, do you think?
I think it's tough because I mean a lot of times we don't really have expectations on ourselves. It's more we hope that people connect with it, and more or less, I mean what James does with his songs is like just try and put something out there that is honest to him, and that, you know, I think just by human nature, you know, if you write something that's real to you, someone out there will connect with it. And I think, I mean, me personally, I'm very excited for the record. I love the songs. I think they're brilliant, and I think we really hit the nail on the head personally. And I just hope that other people feel that way as well.
You have to act like wide up. You have to act like you intended for everything to happen. Yeah.
There are no accidents.
Yeah, but I think that's it. Just to sort of like, you know, sort of bookend what Ruben said. It's kind of like there's no rules in beach slang other than one, right? And it's like, let's be honest, you know. And it's like, so I think that's it, man. We're definitely not. I never want to Xerox what we've done. I don't want to be framed in by rules of any sort. But if it's like, if what we're feeling at the time sounds like what we felt at a previous time, that's what we're gonna write. If it feels wildly different, you know, LP3 could be an avant-garde jazz record, and if that feels right to us at the time, that's what we'll make, right? It's like there's a love and a respect for people who like this band that is like, it's on 11, you know, it's like, it's infinite. But I feel like we'd be doing them a disservice and a disrespect if we faked it. If we did the like, well, here's what we think you'll want, you know? It's like, yeah, we're gonna live and die by the honest thing, you know? And I think sort of the gang of romantics that dig beach slang, I think they're on board for that, you know? Yeah.
And so was it the plan to get another album out so quickly after the last one, or is it just about how prolific you're being at any given time?
yet. No, it's a plan, man. I like, for us, like, we get really restless if we're idle, you know, and it's like, yeah, I mean, look, you know, we make 30-minute records. You know, I want to make sure there's enough new stuff to keep it fresh for people who listen to us and for us, you know. It's like we get to like slam into new songs on stage. The whole show sort of gets like reinvigorated. I just want to make sure that keeps happening, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, rock and roll, it wasn't born to be stagnant, you know? Yeah.
So you want to make sure that you're always excited to play what it is you're going to be playing each night?
Always, man. Yeah, we have a mixtape coming out in December. We have a live record coming out in April. Quiet Beach Slang record coming out in early summer, LP3 coming out in late summer. It's like we're just never gonna stop like doing it. And if like we end up, if we play to 3 people a night, we're gonna play with everything we've got, right? It's like, I mean, we're lucky enough to get to do this weirdo life. We get to keep the lights on at home by playing our guitars, right? It's like, if the hardest thing we have to do is travel around the really beautiful places and make new songs, I mean, you know, come on, what are we complaining about here, right? It's like,
it's like, you'd be, if you were at home, you would be working a 40-hour week anyway. It's like we're on the road, and this guy brings his guitar to the hotel room every day. So it's like, it's the same thing. If anything, we're working overtime on the road, but it's something that we love to do. So yeah, why take a break? You know, it's great. Yeah, it's fun.
This is never going to feel like a job, right?
Not even close, man. You know, and we've all kind of cut our teeth in the 40-hour-a-week kind of world, and it was like, you know, it didn't really work for us. So we're gonna try to keep slugging at this, you know. It's like, yeah, it's that whole cliched adage, if you do what you love, it's not work. We're kind of doing what we really love, so it really doesn't feel like work, you know? Yeah, see how long we can keep it on the rails, you know?
Seems to be going pretty well so far, though.
I have no complaints whatsoever.
Yeah, we're not complaining, for sure.
So thank you so much for joining me, and enjoy the rest of the weekend.
Thank you. Thanks for everything, man. Thanks for caring about our band. Yeah, appreciate
Always.
that.
Thank you.
brother. Cheers.
Cheers. Thanks a lot.
Right on, man.